What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more r/entitled parent stories for you. Halloween entitled mother sees that my porch light is off but doesn't give a dang. Proceeds to ring my bell over and over, then has a cow when I don't have candy. I am a migraine sufferer and they pop up at the worst possible times. One Halloween a few years ago, I had a terrible one and had to ditch the idea of answering the door for trick-or-treaters. Since I was so sensitive to light and noise, I turned off our porch lights, other house lights, and went to bed. As soon as it got dark, it started. My doorbell ringing over and over, even though there were no lights on in the house. Every time it happened, my dogs would go nuts, making even more noise and making me hurt even more. I ignored it for as long as I could, but when someone leaned on the doorbell and rang it over and over and over again, I finally flew out of bed and ripped the door open, ready to go off. I expected a kid to be the one ringing the bell, but it was a Karen, the entitled mum. Behind her were two little kids dressed adorably, holding pillowcases. What the F, lady? Porch light off is the international sign for no candy. But the entitled mum acts as if she's unearthed an amazing secret. I knew you were home. She shoos the kids up to me and they yell out trick or treat and thrust their pillowcases at me. I had a huge bag of candy in the kitchen, but I was so upset I totally forgot about it. Girls, I'm sorry, but I don't have any candy. That's why my porch light was off. To the entitled mum I say, look, I don't feel well. I purposely turned my lights off so that I wouldn't be disturbed by children tonight. You should not be knocking on doors with no lights on. It's Halloween. Surely you can suck it up for a few hours to do something that makes children smile. How can you not have any candy? I'm sure you have something in your kitchen you can give them. My head is throbbing. I can't believe this woman. Something in my kitchen? Yes, what else do you have that you can give them since you weren't prepared? The kids can sense that I'm frustrated and angry. They start to walk down the driveway away from us, hoping their mum will follow them to a house that actually has candy. You better go get your kids, they're leaving. Not until you give them something. They are owed that. It's Halloween, you selfish lady. She calls them to come back to the porch. They reluctantly wander closer. Okay, fine. I got a bottle of ketchup or a box of noodles? How about a frozen burrito or a pack of oatmeal? Does that fit your criteria? Get off my property. This is absurd. You're the absurd one. My kids deserve Halloween treats and you couldn't even be bothered to pick any up. I'm going to tell other parents about you so they avoid your house. I laughed out loud. Promise? Yay, thanks. That would be very helpful. And I slammed the door in her face. I did feel bad for her kiddos. They got a trashy mum. I think when you see your kids are walking away, that's the end. You should probably follow them as their mum. It's not as if there aren't that many houses to go to. Just pick another house. Stop annoying this lady. Jesus. Moving on to our second story. I expect you to build my son a game and I expect you to do it for whatever I pay you. For context, I work at a cafe in the downtown core of the city I live in. Today, I was taking advantage of a lull between customers to talk to a friend about game design, and more specifically, a game I'm dreaming of developing one day. Granted, said dream though is probably a pipe dream in all honesty, given how time-consuming and expensive it is. We were talking about how the game's multiplayer would be structured when this story begins. As usual, EK is entitled kid, EM entitled mum, F friend, and me. Now, this entitled kid has been hovering around, obviously within eavesdropping distance for the last couple of minutes, when he moves in and inserts himself into the conversation. Wow, that game sounds cool. I'm both enthused at the interest and annoyed at the intrusion. Thanks, I guess. What's it called? Where can I get it? It's not even built, it's just an idea. Yeah, but what's it called? Is it on Xbox? My friend says it's not an actual game, kid, it's just an idea in OP's head. What? Why not? Because I have no time or money. What? Can't you make time? And you make money here. Spend it on making that game. It's gonna cost a heck of a lot more than my wage here. Liar. Excuse me? If you're gonna keep lying like that, I'm gonna get my mum to pay you. Then you have no more excuses. My friend's amused. Sure, go right ahead. The entitled kid runs off and we keep talking about making the game when his entitled mum butts into the conversation without warning, stopping us by basically shoving a hand in my friend's face to stop him. Hi there, I'm EK's mother. He said you play a game that he wants to play and you aren't telling him the name. We're not telling you the name because it doesn't have one yet. The entitled mum, already getting angry. How can a game not have a name yet? How do you expect someone to find it on Bing? Yes, she actually said Bing. We're still laughing about it now. I'm doing my best to keep a straight face. Look, it's not even made yet. My friend's doing the same. It's not even being made. The entitled kid behind his entitled mum says, "What? You guys are talking about how to play it though?" Yeah, just because OP knows how it will play doesn't mean it's actually made. The entitled mum scoffs. And how does that work? How do you know all that if it's just in your head? I say bluntly, you've never imagined how something works before? The entitled mum visibly pauses before continuing. Alright, fine. How long will it take you to make this? Probably quite, but EM interrupts. Have you even started? No, I don't even have the money. The entitled mum gets angrier. What? You have a job, you know? You earn money working here, right? Whatever. My son's going to keep hounding me about this, so how much will I have to pay you? Wait, you'll pay him? Yes. You want to pay me? Yes. To make this game? The entitled mum is going red-faced. Yes, how much? Stop being lazy and spit it out. I pause for a few moments to think of an answer. $500,000. $500,000? To pay for staff, development PCs, software licenses, data centers, cloud storage and servers? I need more to buy or rent an office. That is bull. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to make this game for me and you're not going to lie about the price. I'm paying you $80 like any other game out there and nothing more. I want to play the beta. The entitled mum listens to her entitled kid. And you're going to have a beta ready for my son next week. No, I won't. Excuse me? I'm paying you, so I expect you to do your job. And I expect you to have it ready by this time next week. I'm deadpan. I'm not working this day next week. Well, then you better come back here to meet me. Otherwise, I'm not paying you. Okay, I'm not working, so I'm not coming in. The entitled mum sputters. Enough. Beta, here, this time next week, or I'm not paying you. The entitled mum and entitled kid leave at this point. Honestly, I hope they do come back. My manager was watching in the background and she got a good laugh out of it all. Both her and I are actually kind of hoping EM and EK come back next week. And if they do, we'll update you all. Well, yeah, I'm really hoping they come back as well. I want to see what they say. It's so weird how people have no idea how much time, effort, and talent goes into a project like making a fully fledged game. I love how she thinks that $80 is enough to make an entire game. That is just ludicrous. Moving on to our final story, Karen wants my shiny Pokemon for her son. Got a Halloween one for you, featuring my misadventures playing Pokemon Go. So, I'm a coffee addict. I know, shocker. And as coffee addicts like to do, this morning I went for a stroll down to the Golden Arches for a cup of joe. And because walking and doing nothing is boring, I decided to play some Pokemon Go while I walked to get that sweet cup of magical bean juice. The walk there was fairly uneventful. A couple people just milling about doing their own thing. I get to McDonald's and get my sweet ambrosia and step outside. I proceed to whip out my phone and take the long way home to hit a couple stops and enjoy my coffee. I'm walking up to my first and what would turn out to be my last stop and spy our would-be antagonist and the semen she decided was a cute pet at the stop. Now it's sitting at the heater that was in the gazebo built at the stop. I'm a few feet away and it happens. Cue Pokemon battle music. A wild shiny Misdreavus appears. To be fair, I had a lucky egg going. I load that sucker up with a berry and throw a great ball at it. I catch it and in my drowsy excitement I shout an exuberant F yeah. This draws the ire out of our antagonist. Hey, don't swear, there are children around. Reasonable reaction, I guess. I accept I'm in the wrong there. I didn't know that a crotch goblin was near, yet I still swore. My bad. The kid was like 6, so meh, I'll just head out. Oh, sorry miss, I got a little excited. It won't happen again. I'm just passing by, so I'll be out of your hair soon. Good. What on earth would make you swear around a child? I'm playing Pokemon on my coffee run and just caught a shiny ghost I've been hunting. I got a little too excited about it and got carried away. My brain is still at the bottom of my cup. Well, you owe my son something for what you did. Give him that Pokemon now. I'm gonna assume a bunch of you know how that game works with trading, but for non-nerds, here's a too long didn't read. I can't give her spawn a rare Pokemon without us playing together for way too long for a 28-year-old man to be chilling with a 6-year-old. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Matilda resists the urge to ask for my manager. Excuse me? Not going to happen. I'm not giving your son anything. Not just that I can't. What do you mean you're not giving my son anything? Exactly what I said. She finally mega evolves to a full-blown Karen. You will give my son that effing Pokemon now, you POS, or I will call the police and charge you with harassment. I point at the camera in the park that watches the bum sleep in the gazebo. Go ahead. In true entitled fashion, she actually calls the police on me. I haven't even gotten within 5 meters of this woman, and I know the camera has seen it all, including my happy dance at catching that little idiot. Spoiler, I can't dance. The RCMP show up, and of course, Matilda instantly flies off the handle and starts spewing vitriol at them about how I'm basically Hitler. Seriously, she made me out to be a wandering pedo and serial rapist in the same breath. I'm just leaning against the fence, looking bored and annoyed, throwing balls at passing ghastly, sipping my coffee. Calm as can be, despite my annoyance only because of the coffee. The officer approached me and asked me what happened. Look, I was on my morning coffee run and played some Pokemon Go on the way there. I caught something I've been hunting for a while and got excited and swore within earshot of her and her son. I held up my phone, displaying my new trophy. Did you ever approach that woman? She's saying you tried to touch her son. I haven't even been within a few meters of her. Check the camera. I've been here listening to her screaming at me because I accidentally said the F word near a child and wouldn't do as she demands and give her child a rare Pokemon by way of apology. Matilda hears the word camera and goes white. Evidently, she missed me pointing right at it. She tried backpedaling really fast while the other officer is off checking the footage in his cruiser. He returns with his cuffs out. Not for me, though for her. They asked me if I wished to press charges. I told them yes. She was booked for filing a false police report, lying to an officer, and I'm not sure what else. I'll find out later, and I'll update when I get more information. Karen, give me a Pokemon. OP, no. Karen, surprise shiny Pikachu face. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we saw earlier that Karen actually called you a POS. Now, that is surely much worse than just saying the F word, right? Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like, subscribe, and click the video on screen for even more content from me. As always, I'll be here, same place, same time tomorrow with more Reddit videos.